Thank you, Gaoirleach Leader. I want to raise the issue of the 35 Irish children with cystic fibrosis who are not yet being supplied with Kaftrio, a groundbreaking, life-saving drug. Many of us will know that the exclusion of the 35 children stems from a price dispute between the HSE and the manufacturer Vertex, and the fact that their inclusion was not foreseen in a 2017 pipeline agreement. Notably, all other eligible children and adults with CF in Ireland have already gained access to Kaftrio, except for the 35 children at the centre of this dispute. Lack of agreement could delay access for Kaftrio for up to 5 years for some children. Without Kaftrio, some mightn't even make it that far. However, the HSE's corporate pharmaceutical unit, the CPU, and Vertex have tied themselves up in a pricing dispute. And despite having met multiple times from the start of the year, there hasn't been a meeting between them since the 4th of July. Over 2 months of no progress being made. I raised the issue in this chamber in June, and it was raised in the Dáil as a PQ in May. The response was that talks were ongoing. We weren't told that negotiations would take a primary school summer holiday. Seeing as how neither the HSE nor the Minister seemed to be prioritising their interactions with Vertex, I decided to reach out to them myself. I spoke on the phone yesterday to their executive country manager, who filled me in about the negotiations. I'm sure that the families of these children will be interested to hear that Vertex actually offered to cover these children at the same cost per patient as in the existing agreement, but that this would involve an additional budget commitment by the HSE. It wasn't quite good enough. It wasn't one of the many mantras of COVID, along with the lines, "We shouldn't be gambling with lives," but apparently haggling for them is okay. I met Philip Watt, the CEO of CF, outside this afternoon, and they don't need more boardroom meetings or margins in an Excel spreadsheet. They need that medicine, and we need to get it for them. I heard children talking out there today, Leader. I've seen families who have lost daughters. I've seen daughters who have children now with CF waiting on this drug. It is criminal that we are not signing this document this week. Thank you.
But led out today by Senator Keogan, raised the 35 children's supporters who were outside the gates of Leinster House this afternoon. I think it's fair to say that we all support all of the people who are waiting on this drug, because we know the life-changing impact it has had from the previous campaigners of those parents of the children over 12 that were awarded the drug, Kaftrio, a number of years ago. In the first instance, I'd like to say that when the negotiations were held between the HSE and the organisation, the company that makes it, in 2017, the drug wasn't actually, I don't know what the proper word is, verified for use for children under the ages of 12. So even at that stage, we couldn't have included children under 12, and I totally appreciate that, and that's why it wasn't in it then. But we absolutely know now the benefits that it would give those 35 children's parents who were outside the door today, and they come from all parts of the country. And it is an absolute crime that we're farting around since 4th of July talking about how much we're going to pay when an offer has been made to give us exactly the same price that we paid and that is paid for every child in the country over the age of 12. And so I'm embarrassed to have to say that I will write to the Taoiseach today and the Minister for Health, and I will look for a meeting, not just send our expressed wishes that we want this sorted out, but I will look for a meeting on behalf of the Senator today with the Minister and with the Taoiseach, because there are some instances and issues that are just absolutely above and beyond politics, and this is absolutely one of them. So I want to raise, thank you for colleagues for raising that this morning.